everybody. Welcome to the best channel on YouTube that you're watching right now. Well, no. This is the worst channel on YouTube. But that's okay. Someday it might be a success. Someday. No, it'll never be a success, and that is absolutely fine. You know, in all reality, it's just good to have a YouTube channel where I'm able to upload stuff. Now, with that being said, I wanted to take this moment. Sometimes we do take for granted in this life that we have really an extreme, what did I? Oh, yeah. Take for granted. Sorry. I was just trying to think of what I said. And sometimes we have an extreme case of taking for granted. We take for granted that we have electricity. We take for granted we have running water. We take for granted there's a lot of stuff that we have in this lifetime versus other past generations, past civilizations that had to scrap and claw their way to to survive, to make ends meet. You never had currency. I mean, you did have currency back in the day, but a lot of times you had to protect it. We can take for granted that we have secure things for the most part, and other, like I say, other past past times of individuals that lived in, say, the medieval times, or even ancient times before our Common Era, BCE time frame. Really didn't have a whole lot. They took we again take for granted a lot of the stuff. I think this world's become really entitled. Unfortunately, that's the way it's become. Just taking for granted, even just like YouTube, for example, we're able to, in the privacy of our own homes, and maybe not privacy because it's public now. When I upload this video, it's going to be public, and obviously, if you're watching, you know that. But you're able to do that from your very own home. You're able to upload a video, upload to a channel where individuals are able to click on and watch. Now, you think about it and you really think how awesome that really truly is. You're able to upload a video from home. People are able to watch. Now, I know it. You think, well, so what? But really, just think how cool that is. And just, don't take for granted that you actually can do this. You're able to upload, there's individuals that take for granted things all the time. You look at individuals that, you hear about in the news. They get in a car drunk, or they have I don't want to say the word drunk. I think I can say the word drunk. They get in the vehicle, and they go driving, and they end up making a bad decision. Those are the ones they take for granted, and that's an extreme example. Is this a public service announcement? No, but it's because it's really people are going to take for granted no matter what. I mean, people are entitled. They think they deserve everything in this world, and you know what? If you go through this world thinking that you're not going to be, or you're wronged in some way, or you're a victim in some way, that's just kind of the way it is. What you do is you look at this as life. You look at this life and say, okay, I'm going to take a moment here and say to yourself, you're going to take a moment to appreciate the things that you're thankful for. You get a roof over your head. You get clothes that you don't have to make yourself like they did back in the day. When it comes to like working, sure, there's things that are corrupt about work. There's things that are corrupt about corporate America and all the things. Yeah, I'm not saying that it's there's nothing, everything's perfect. But you can take great comfort to know that we're living in a time where, for the most part, it's a good deal to be alive in this part of the time, and not to take for granted of the things, even if they don't seem. There's all things that are fair, and all things are good, and all things are fine and dandy. But at least you can take for the most part, you're able to, again, have you can be content with the things you have too. Look, it's pretty amazing. Getting back to YouTube, you're able to upload a video from your very own home, and everybody else can see. I mean, that's pretty cool. I, for one, am not, I don't take for granted. I realize that, hey, it's a privilege. It's not a right to be here on YouTube. Even though I don't agree with everything YouTube does, and normally, for the most part, but you look at all the people that are so upset with YouTube, yet they're still continue to upload. It's like, they're upset with YouTube so much, but yet they upload stuff, Anyway, again, thank you very much for stopping by the Gordon Miller Show. Ode to Napoleon Dynamite. Okay, bye.